Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE Dark. We're tonight we're kicking things off with action on the SmackDown side of things live from Chicago, Illinois. Welcome to the show, folks. I'm Callum, otherwise known as the KO King. This is KO Productions, and this is WWE 2K26 Universe Mode, episode 25. Welcome to WWE Dark, where here come the Mentor and Protege Alliance of Rey Mysterio and Mustafa Ali. Tonight, Ali's in singles competition.
Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Rey Mysterio from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 182 pounds, Murray
The last time we saw these two on WWE Dark, it was when Rey Mysterio had a singles match in the first episode of WWE Dark in the main event against El Hijo del Vikingo, one of the most promising luchadors we have got here today in the world of professional wrestling. Vikingo actually beat Mysterio in that one. This time it's Ali's time to shine. He's got a contest to kick off this edition of WWE Dark here this evening. Welcome aboard, man. This is KO Productions. This is the Universe Mode Series, and this is WWE Dark. And here comes the opponent of Ali in this one, making his season debut in this entire series, representing the Bloodline, accompanied by his brother Tongaloa. It's this savage, this absolute creep, Tama Tonga.
his opponent, accompanied by Tongaloa, representing MFT from Orlando, Florida, weighing in at 220 pounds, Tama Tonga.
The new Bloodline, the MFTs, they're very dominant thus far, especially Jacob Fatu. Solo Sikoa's had a couple of outings and lost, however. It's a Braun Breaker here on SmackDown, our WWE champion. JC Mateo, of course, as well, losing to Roman Reigns a couple of weeks back, but now it's Tama Tonga's first showing, and it's right here on WWE Dark, taking on Mustafa Ali. It'll be a fun one. Tama Tonga, this guy is just... He's insane. What does he even think about? What does he even do? The face paint creepy as hell as well. Tama Tonga. Certainly a man possessed. His brother out there, Tongaloa. We'll miss you, Botchaloa, but you're sticking around here because you're so damn talented. That's why Tama Tonga's in action and not his brother. But Tama and Ali going to deliver a fun classic here from Chicago. In WWE Dark on the SmackDown side of things. This contest was filmed before the SmackDown broadcast took place for this live crowd. So they saw this contest before the No Holds Barred hellacious main event from last night on Thursday Night SmackDown. It's Friday Night Dark right now. It's Ali. It's Tama Tonga. It's going down right here, right now, live on Dark to kick us off. Let's not waste any further time and get straight into the action. Here we go, man. Let's get to war. Both men looking ready. Both men ready to go. Referee ringing the bell. Match on is officially underway. And I believe that is little Dan Engel, the official. Here between Mustafa Ali and Tama Tonga it is. And here we go, man. Both men stepping up to one another now. Gonna get a show of chain wrestling here. Colorable tie up to get us started. Men getting ready. And here we go. They're finally logging up. And here we go. Off to the races here in this one. Ali turns it into a waist lock very quickly that time. Tama, however, able to escape and turns around. Waistlock was on Ali. Tama's applying the pressure now on Mustafa Ali. Nowhere for Ali to go. Ali hurting, man. Tama was able to escape out of this very quickly, but Ali finally able to get there. Rounded headlock on the mat this time. On to Tama Tonga. And it's Ali still got it locked in now, picking him up. Felt Tama Tonga wrenching, trying to get out of it. And this time it's Ali with a headlock. Tama Tonga going to fade out. And Tama now whips him off the ropes in a back body drop by Tama Tonga. And I'm going working after the shoulder now of Mustafa Ali. Pressure right on the shoulder and an elbow drop hurting right at that chest, and now acknowledging who he seems to be the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Him and Solo had a falling out after Solo lost out the former WWE champion Seth freaking Rollins, who was the champ at the time of the proceedings. It's Tama dropping Ali face first out of the canvas. Picking him up and now dropping him down. And now Ali, look at that! The twisting corkscrew moonsault. After they fell out, Solo went and got his own crew. People that look up to him, the likes of Tama Tonga, the likes of Tongaloa, JC Mateo. And of course, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu, as there's Mustafa Ali throwing caution to the one with a tope suicide out ringside. And they're going up in the barricade. Tama Tonga doesn't want to be the Steven end of this, and a double axe handle by Ali. Speaking of Fatu, we saw him in action last night, another dominant showing against Tommaso Ciampa. What a fun contest that was. Ali now on the apron, looking to make sure another Bloodline winner doesn't get a victory. Here this week is Ali, springboard crossbody, shoulders down on Tama. Only good enough for one. Tama Tonga able to stay alive. And the Mysterio you see out there rooting on his boy, his mentor, his protege, raise the mentor. There's a nice running neck breaker after avoiding the super kick by Tama Tonga. Of course, Tama got his brother Tongaloa watching his back as well. Both men got friends in their corner here with Tama Tonga doing his creepy little yeah. Ali gonna make him pay for it. Oh my! The DDT, the springboard tornado style by Ali. Got the arm and ring and he's kicking the midsection and another twisting corkscrew moonsault. Ali in control, stomp to the back of the head. Ali will run away. Another running neck breaker. I think that's the third one of the matchup by Tama Tonga. Tama Tonga picks him up and look at that! Elevated flatliner cover. 2 count off the jumping style and a kick out, says referee down in England. And look at Tama Tonga. Oh, he's hurting him hard that time with elbows right on the top of the head. Oh, Mustafa Ali. In the opening contest, a target like a Tama with a jumping DDT. Cover on Ali. Good this to it. The only one. Only one, says Dan England that time. Ali kicking out. Very impressed there was Rey Mysterio over a foot DDT now by Tama Tonga. Question is, can Mustafa Ali do Rey Mysterio? Couldn't this win his singles match on WWE? They lost in tag team outing last week on SmackDown as well to the Wyatt Six and in mini contendership tag tournament. There's Ali, satellite DDT on Tama Tonga. Can they get their win back? They win for only one of these superstars or one for the duo. That's how unselfish they are, how selfless of a team they truly are. Nice super kick by Ali. Tonga down, still down. Wait a minute. Tonga just yanked over the outside. Well, Dan ain't going to do something about that. Mustafa Ali was doing his thing against Tama, his actual opponent. And Tonga Loa getting involved. Now lead on Hurricane Rana. Well, Rey Mysterio should have done something to neutralize Tonga Loa. Look at that, Tama Tonga. Oh, Ali saw it coming. Ali now. But it sounded like DDT on the floor. Oh, look at Tonga Loa now. Stayed harm's way, out of business. Oh, Mustafa Ali. Rey Mysterio better get him. And look at that, Tama Tonga. Again, getting help from his brother Tonga Loa. Ali into the ring. Ali trying to fly there but missing the mark. There's Rey Mysterio distracting Tama Tonga now. Oh, well, that's what you get. Turnabout is fair play. Ali now going to turn it around. Shoulders down. Penny predicament. Crucifix. Gone. 2-0. My goodness, almost had Tama Tonga beat right there. There's Mustafa Ali. Rolls through it. Breaker nice. Rolling off from the Puma cover, the hook of the leg, the shoulders down, the official in possession. 2 count, kick out. Ali almost scored a great win here on Dark. After outsmarting Tama Tonga and his brother Tonga Loa. Irish whip gonna send him in the corner. Oh God, Tama doesn't want to be there, but Jimmy Tonga Loa you see on the outside. Still looking on. Want to see if he can do more to help, but this might be all she wrote for Tama Tonga, and that's one out of the lunge. Spanish fly, cover, shoulders down, hook of the leg, scoring, turn on. Another kick out by Tama Tonga. Let's play go crazy. Live in Chicago, Illinois. But this opening contest of Dark tonight, Ali. Incredible maneuver, Tama Tonga with a cuff throw. Cuff throw and see if he gets back into the ring. Shoulders down, kick out by Ali. Well, Ali, just in a slingshot crossbody with Tonga Loa. get revenge on what happened earlier on in the contest. Then Tama caught him when he came back in with a cutthroat, only good enough for a count of 2. What a sequence here! Missing the mark that time, knees up by Mustafa Ali. Ali runs in and connecting with a Hurricane Runner. Top rope, now goes Mustafa Ali. Oh, turns it around. Oh, 5-4. Shoulder turn off the elevator 450. 2 count. No, and a kick out of the inverted 450 splash. Tama Tonga only getting 2. Ali flying, and again another big splash off the springboard by Mustafa Ali. Tama Tonga getting decimated. Big stomp to the leg. Gonna fly again. Cannonball sent on that. But Tama Tonga, he's getting wrecked. Metal rope. Ali. Frog splash. Cover again. It's all over for Tama. Ali to the win. 2 count. No, and another near fall. Tama getting rid of these near falls, I'll tell you. Great kick outs from Tama Tonga. Ali wanna pick him up, went for a slam. Tama counters, and Tama with another DDT. The jumping DDT. Tama Tonga now. And in a corner way, man. Ali up on a beat there. Tama on the cut through the back of the head of Ali. Into the cover. Hooking the leg. Shoulders down. Storming, killing. Tama Tonga with a dominant showing. And a big victory in his debut contest here in this entire series. He won over Mustafa Ali. Impressive outing for Tama Tonga tonight. What a battle. Even kicking out of the 054 was Tama Tonga. And even that, metal rope frog splash as well. Ali was close to winning the thing. But at the end of the day, the winner of the battle was, of course, Tama Tonga with that right there. DDT followed by the cutthroat to the back of the head. He'd done one earlier on in the match up to the face of Ali, but there was this lethal blow. He wasn't getting back up from that. He could be knocked over. He could be knocked out for a while after that one. Tama with a 1, 2, 3, the big dominant showing in his debut contest tonight.
Here is your winner,
The celebration begins for Tama Tonga and his brother Tongaloa, the MFT. Solo Sikoa going to be happy about that. Jacob Fatu had a great week this week as well. JC Mateo. I mean, don't know about you, brother. But nonetheless, Tama Tonga victorious here live on WWE Ducks. Still recovering, no folks. Huge main event from the Monday Night Raw side of things. Luke by Kaiser of Imperium, accompanied by Rusev. Battles the Celtic Warrior Sheamus. Going to be a hard-hitting contest. And your main event later on tonight. But coming up next, women's action from the NXT side of things. Both these women making their debut. Kiana James, one-on-one with Saria. Big battle coming your way right here live. The NXT side of things in Orlando, Florida on Dark. We're back live on WWE Dark as now you see Kiana James, a new superstar, a hot prospect in that series and that WWE on NXT. Officially debuting on this series, just like her opponent tonight. Now her opponent is actually scheduled to make her first appearance on NXT properly next week, facing Jordan Grace in the final NXT Women's North American Championship ladder match qualifying contest. But if Kiana James can knock her off tonight, then Kiana will get that spot instead, going against Jordan Grace in that final qualifier. And here comes her opponent. The crowd going ready around to for this one, for the first official arrival of that woman right there. Sorry. Oh, Kiana's in for a nightmare tonight. Saria then making her first showing to the ring. Going to be battling Kiana James. It looks to be a fun showcase for both of these new talents. Saria getting a lot of fanfare from this crowd. Kiana James not so much, but she could shock the world tonight and she could make herself known as a top prospect here. A true hot prospect as she claims to be. Seems to be very smart, mega brain as many name her. Kiana James, but there's Saria, a disruptive powerhouse who doesn't let anyone step in her way of her destiny, and she could have great destiny. You win this match, I face Jordan Grace on NXT. You win that, you can potentially become the inaugural NXT Women's North American champion, currently in the Women's North American title matchup, which is going down in 2 weeks' time, less than 2 weeks now, right here on NXT, is Julia, who defeated JC Jane to qualify. Sol Ruka, who defeated Lola Vice to qualify. Blake Monroe, who defeated Tatum Paxley to qualify. Stephanie Vicker, who defeated Lash Legend to qualify. And Jada Parker, who defeated Kalani Jordan to qualify. The final one going down next week on NXT. With Jordan Grace facing essentially the winner of this match. Originally advertised to be Zarya, but if Kiana can win it, it'll be her instead. So here we go, Colorado time to kick it off. Referee looking on to see who will get the advantage. I believe that is Felix Hernandez, the official here in this one. Side headlock rolls through from Zarya, look at that. Top wrist lock now on Kiana James. Kiana hurting hard after that one. Still got some old problems with her knee. You see that knee brace on Kiana James. Wonder if that will come into play in this contest. Right now it's after the arm, which is Zarya. Focus right now, and Zarya going to drop her down. Sweeping the leg. Zarya looking to come out with a quick win tonight. Oh, there's a punt kick. Punt kick, rocking her. With a Jade Cargill-esque kick. I'd love to see that one. That'd be awesome. A big punt kick right there by Zarya. Goes from behind and a bridging Sherman with a rope saving Kiana perhaps. Getting stopped now by Zarya. This could be a one-sided squash match. At both these women's debuts. Not where you want the debut of Kiana, but she's able to catch her with a big knee there. And a Kiana James able to drop her down with her hair. Taking her with her there and a kick to the back by James. Kiana thinking here, going to pick Zarya up to a vertical base. Irish whip, gonna send her hard out of the corner, and Kiana now rocking her. James thinking here, Irish whip again, now sends her to the outside of the ring, and oh, sorry, you're gonna push her away. That's in a Royal Rumble, Kiana. Are you trying to eliminate her from that or what? Look at Zarya, oh my goodness, what a slam! Into the cover, hooking the leg, shoulders down, that could be it already, only enough for one. Says the official Felix Hernandez, in your penultimate contest tonight on WWE Dark. Zarya picks her up. Look at this deadlift. Running. Power slam. Cover. Penny predicament. Shoulders down. Leg hook. One count again. Kick out by Kiana James. And look at that running. Flipping neck breaker. A seated James. Metal rope goes Zarya. Waiting for Kiana to get to her feet. Does not want to be there. No, moving out of the way that time. The Lux handled that back by Kiana. That's what Kiana needed to do. Kiana now in control, much to the chagrin of the slime. Orlando currently NXT shed tonight. From Florida's, look at that. Live in the Performance Center. Kiana after the leg. Oh, I'm sorry. And it's wrapped off the rope. Back body drop. And now she's going to hit her now. With a flipping neck breaker to her seated opponent. Irish whip into the corner by Kiana James. And Kiana with shoulders. Right on at 6 into the corner. And a big knee by James. What the knee brace as well. James can have this one. And after the leg again, it's Zarya. I was talking about maybe the leg of Kiana James getting worked over. But it's Zarya who's on the receiving end of shots to that hurt leg now. And Kiana going to try and lock in a submission. Going after the arm here. Armbar here. Referee Felix Hernandez in possession here. Will Zarya tap out or pass out due to the pain? Will Kiana face Jordan Grace next week on NXT? No, it's Zarya going to fight out. You've got to imagine. Jordan Grace close eyes in this contest to see who she will face on NXT next week in the final. Women's North American title. Ladder match qualifier to see who can become the inaugural NXT Women's North American Champion. Who will make history in the NXT brand. To go along with the likes of Bayley and Liv Morgan, who are the inaugural Women's United States and Women's Intercontinental Champions. Over in the main roster, respectfully. Oh, but look out. Kiana caught the boot there and a dragon screw leg whip by James and a running, jumping elbow drop to a grounded Zarya. Kiana James now picking her up and dropping her right back down with a forearm. James is handling being the underdog here pretty well, you gotta say. Picking her up. Kiana James Falcon arrow on Zarya. Cover, shoulders down. Lateral press, center of the ring, one count, scoring two and a kick out by Zarya. Gonna get a close call that time off the Falcon Arrow. And Zarya able to stop and a dragon screw over on the other leg. Gonna make sure she has a damaged right knee as well. Oh, another deadlift running power slam by Zarya. Nailed it that time. Nailed it the first time as well, but nonetheless. Kiana James rocked off the ropes now with Zarya and a spear! A bone-crushing spear by Zarya. Cover, hook in the leg, shoulders down, 2 count. No, James kicking out. Oh wow, great resilience. The first time we've seen a Kiana James. Look at that big kick to the midsection. By Kiana James, forearm. Picking her up and a back suplex. She's bailing her back. Look at this. In the corner. And kicks and kicks and kicks. Look at these stomps by Kiana James. Trying to send a message to the entire NXT locker and Jordan Grace included. Saying, I want to be your opponent next week. Kiana James now, clothesline. Oh no! I thought you were going to clothesline her out, but she needed her out in the midsection. Is Kiana James going to fly? I doubt it. Kiana James. As Zarya rocked. Oh, she's on the apron, however. Kiana James going to run in a forearm off the apron. Rocking Zarya. James has looked really impressive in this contest. Handling her own against Zarya. Corner will tie up, back into the ring goes Zarya. Kiana top rope to put this one away. James for a huge upset, crossbody, nobody home. Zarya able to move in a harm's way just in the nick of time, and now Zarya gonna turn her around. Nice gut wrench all around the world goes Kiana James. Zarya's in control, and a big stomp to the back as this one rolls on. My goodness, picking her up the vertical base. Sorry, a clothesline. Knocking down Kiana again. Big boot. Stopped and James now upping her down to the canvas. Kiana James trying to turn this one around. And James, oh look at this, Kiana. Picking her up, got her, needed a face. Oh, gonna drop her, down she goes. Come on. Moving the leg, shoulder down, big face break with a knee there. 2 counts, Zarya kicks out. Kiana almost scored off the upset. You've got to imagine a Kiana James win would be considered a major upset against Zarya. She's got the most fanfare, does Zarya. And there goes the turnbuckle pop by Kiana James and a sliding clothesline by Kiana. Kiana James trying to cheat here. Live on NXT, the Irish whip sent out of the corner. James now. Big shot, no counter by Zarya. Zarya fighting back, running STO by Zarya. Out of the official 10 of the turnbuckle pad. And look at Zarya. Zarya picking up Kiana. F5. F5. Cover. Penny predicament. Shoulders down. Legacy. But the official Felix Hernandez still attending to the turnbuckle pad. No one in position. Cover. 2 count. No, Kiana had enough time to kick out because the official was 10 of the turnbuckle pad. Oh, they don't call her Mega Brain for no reason. She is very highly intelligent, I will say. Especially with the ring IQ. Kiana picking her up, big forearm chop. 401k, she calls it. Down goes Zarya. Cover, hook in the leg, shoulder down. Major upset of face Grace next week. 2 no. Zarya finding it and herself to power out of the offense. Oh my, Kiana top rope. How the hell did Zarya survive that? Kiana James looking at a fly. Crossbody, this time gets it. Couldn't earlier, but this time connects it. Zarya right back to her feet though. Runs right into her shoulder tackle, weight going down, but a running STO. Everyone rock out on that time. And Zarya feeling like she's gonna absolutely rock Kiana James as she will face. First goes Kiana. Oh goodness, look at Zarya trying to send a message to Jordan Grace. The winner of this will face Grace next week in NXT. Cover, wait a minute, Kiana James inside Cooper spot package. 2 count to steal the win, 2 count, no! Oh man, that was almost it. And it's Zarya. Big kick upside the top of the head. Pulled it in there, the spear! A spear after she sucked it around with Zarya. Second of the match, and they're looking for the F5 again. This time, no referee distracted. Sorry, I put her away. Bang! That's gotta be it. She's facing Grace in NXT next week. The cover. Hook of the leg. Penny predicament. 2 count. Got her. What a win for Zarya. And it's gonna be a powerhouse showdown this coming week on NXT in the final Women's North American Championship ladder match qualifier. The juggernaut Jordan Grace battling that woman, Zarya. Who's going to qualify? We'll find out this coming week. But what an incredible match here in your penultimate effort here on WWE Dark. From the NXT side of things, in Orlando, Florida, from the PC. Kiana James brought it, man. It was a great effort from James, but Zarya proven to be the better woman at least tonight. Can she be the better woman against Jordan Grace this coming week on NXT? It remains to be seen, but this was the final nail in the coffin. A second F5. No distractions. The fist to count the 1, 2, 3 this time. It was all she wrote.
Here is your winner,
Big win tonight for Zarya. Great battle live on WWE Dark, and I'm excited for the showdown going down next week between her and Jordan Grace to finally round out the field, to finally get this Women's North American Championship ladder match on the Roaring Crown, the inaugural NXT Women's North American Champion. We could be looking at the next champ right there in Zarya, folks. Remains to be seen, but right now, folks, it is now time for your main event of the evening here tonight live on WWE Dark from the Monday Night Raw side of things. Live from Cleveland, Ohio, it's Ludwig Kaiser with Rusev by his side of Imperium, taking on the Celtic Warriors Sheamus, and it's next. Here we go, man. Big time main event right here, right now. Gonna be a fun one. And here come Imperium. We've saw Rusev in action here in this series. We've saw Gunther in action here in this series. We also saw Kaiser in action, but never in singles competition. The first singles match of Kaiser that's going down right here, right now, in your main event of WWE Dark, and he's accompanied by the ring general Gunther, the leader of Imperium, and Rusev as well.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Rusev, representing Imperium from Hamburg, Germany, weighing in at 220 pounds, Ludwig Kaiser.
Imperium losing out to potentially become #1 contenders for the WWE Tag Team titles as they lost a triple threat matchup alongside Newcastle Republic and the winners of the Judgment Day. They will face the Street Profits, who won their triple threat matchup this past week on Raw next week to face the Machine Guns at Clash in Paris. But here comes the Celtic Warrior, the opponent for Ludwig Kaiser tonight. It is Sheamus. Kaiser looking to turn it around for Imperium after the loss in the triple threat tag team tornado matchup a couple of weeks ago. Let's see how he does against Sheamus. I believe Sheamus has never won a single matchup on an episode of SmackDown or Raw. SmackDown for the entirety of last season, since that's where he was. I believe he only ever won on WWE Dark. Let's see if he can get a win today in the main event. The hard-hitting European clinic as Sheamus going right for him. Kaiser saw it coming, and the bell has been rung. The official Chad Patton has signed the news for this one. Ludwig Kaiser with a European uppercut, down goes the Celtic Warrior. This is it, man, your main event. Kaiser and Sheamus collided. Rusev looking on close. I'd love to see Rusev and Kaiser go one-on-one. Look at this, oh God! Saw Sheamus this season already in singles competition, losing out to Keith Lee in Lee's main roster debut. Of course, Keith Lee then losing out to the Fiend Bray Wyatt a couple of weeks ago on Raw as well, though, folks. And look at this, Kaiser choking him out. Look at that, Kaiser choking him out. Choke bombing Kaiser. Collar and elbow, look at this. Well, not collar and elbow, rather. Ground and pound, I should say. The dominance. What about Celtic Warrior Sheamus? Not often do we see Sheamus in this state. Struggling now to get to his feet. Potentially past his prime. He hasn't looked too impressive as of late. Losing out to the likes of Keith Lee. Losing out to the likes of great talent, but not really getting the best seal of things here as Ludwig Kaiser able to move out of the way. That knee off of the apron by Sheamus. Ludwig now going to send him out of the ring post. Just almost avoiding it, but this time going to set him into the steel steps, and heading hard goes the Celtic Warrior Kaiser, standing tall in your main event. Well, much of the chagrin of the crowd here, they are actually more on the side of the Celtic Warrior Sheamus. They want to see him turn it around. They want to see him get back to his prime. The Sheamus that everybody remembers here. And he's going to send Kaiser out of the corner, and look at that. right into the barricade. Shoulder first goes Ludwig. And again now sending on the barricade. And right at ringside next to Rusev. Face first off the barricade goes Ludwig Kaiser. And a big shot! A cheap shot knocking Rusev down. Oh man, Sheamus back into the ring here. Ludwig Kaiser on the outside. Count of 7 and back in comes Kaiser. And Kaiser where to go. Straight for Sheamus. Missing the mark that time. And Kaiser, that's 10. Clothesline to the outside. And right back to the floor they go. Oh man, they ain't gonna get back in the ring often. Ludwig Kaiser and Sheamus going out on the outside of this main event tonight. Now back down goes Kaiser on the outside. Sheamus now on the apron. Telling everybody how they're not entertained. I certainly am. Sheamus knee, nice! What a massive knee to the chest to Ludwig Kaiser off the apron. Running style. Well, a Celtic Warrior. Banger after banger, I tell you. Ludwig Kaiser hurting. Sheamus now going to come back into the ring. Oh, went for the slingshot. Shoulder tackle with Kaiser. Able to move into Hunt's. Way to target on the leg of the big man. The 270-pounder Sheamus. Now getting rocked by Ludwig Kaiser, who could be on the ascent here alongside Rusev of Imperium. And they're getting out Gunther, and look at this Ludwig Kaiser here. Got a submission locked in on Sheamus. Figure 4 leg lock. Changing the nature boy Ric Flair, who called him out recently. Look at Kaiser. Oh, Sheamus in trouble. Referee jump out right there to see if Sheamus will tap out, and of course he won't. Sheamus ain't a quitter. He's a fighter. And he'll survive the offense. So look at that. Rusev bringing in a candlestick. Referee clearing it, and Sheamus now going to knock down Ludwig Kaiser. Running STO by the Celtic Warrior in the corner. Out of the big knee. Big knee by Sheamus. Rusev looking in closely. The Celtic Warrior back out in the apron. We're going to take care of business. Take care of Ludwig Kaiser. Big shot that time. Oh, what a dive in with a shoulder tackle again. Again avoided by Ludwig Kaiser. Forearm avoided. Sheamus now clothesline. Oh, look at this. Rusev with the distraction. Rusev now getting the face of the Celtic Warrior. This might allow Ludwig Kaiser to get the win. Gunther has gone back to the backstage area. He's looking on to see if Kaiser can get out with a victory like Rusev did a few weeks back on Dark against JD McDonough on a kicker. Off the crucifix pin there by Kaiser. Trying to steal one middle rope. Now goes Ludwig Kaiser. Blockbuster! Come on. Shoulders down for a victory. Referee jab pat now slides into the cover. 1 count. 2 count. Kick out by Sheamus. Ludwig Kaiser getting visibly frustrated now. You can see it in his eyes, but you can't let that get to you, Ludwig. You got to keep your foot on the gas pedal. You're in there with a Celtic Warrior. Sheamus of all people. And look at that from Sheamus. Irish curse backbreaker. Kaiser rock. Sheamus back to the apron. It looks like he really wants to do this slingshot. And he got it! There it is! The slingshot shoulder tackle with Sheamus. Finally able to get the connection. Now picking up Ludwig Kaiser. Alabama slam connecting. Almost hit his head off the damn ropes in the middle of a submission by Sheamus, the Irish cloverleaf. Kaiser trying to submission there, and now Sheamus going to take a look at the torque. Look at the torque in the back of Kaiser. Referee jab pat right there to see if Ludwig will tap out or pass out due to the pain. No, Kaiser able to get out of it, roll back, and a drop kick. Right in the jaw, the Celtic Warrior. Ludwig Kaiser now coming in. Kaiser snap move to Sheamus for a big win here to cement Imperium as the future on Raw here. Penalty kick to the chest of Sheamus. Cover, hook in the leg, shoulders down. 2 counts, says Chad Patton and a kick out by the Celtic Warrior. Now what a main event. Here on top, Ludwig Kaiser, Irish whip back into the corner. Goes Sheamus and they're going after him there. Oh, it's choking him out. There's Ludwig Kaiser. Just choking out the Celtic Warrior where he stands. Stop, no, avoided. Dig kick by Sheamus. And Sheamus now going to pick up Kaiser. Back and forth action here. White noise by Sheamus. The high angle drop. The cover. But wait a minute. Rusev distracting the official chant part. 1, 2, 3. He would have had the match on 1, but Kaiser just kicked out. And the referee now on Foster. Sheamus is past the Sheamus. Just hit Rusev with a pro kick. Sheamus just had Rusev with a broad kick on Kaiser. Kaiser gonna cut around. No, not like that. So I'm gonna drop Sheamus in his head. Inverted Exploder. Cover. Hook of the leg. Shoulders down. Scores 2. No, Sheamus kicks out. Sheamus kicks out. Oh, Sheamus hit a broad kick on Rusev. Kaiser trying to take advantage and get the win and steal it. But Sheamus able to power out. And Kaiser choking him out on the canvas. Gonna fight back now. Sheamus with a shot. Sheamus with another shot in the midsection. Another shot by the Celtic Warrior. Look at him go here. My goodness. And listen to this place. Listen to Sheamus and you're not entertained. What a battle tonight in Cleveland. Sheamus another body shot on Ludwig Kaiser. Another one connecting. Oh, jawbreaker by Kaiser. Nice counter. And a Ludwig Kaiser. Inside cradle, small package. Shoulders down here on Sheamus to steal the win once again. Got another kick out by Sheamus. Ludwig doesn't know what the hell to do. Elbow drop moving in the harm's way. Sheamus is getting very resilient here in this one. Maybe back to prime Sheamus. Could be an absolute banger here. Sheamus again. Able to knock down Kaiser. Top rope now goes the Celtic Warrior. The knee drop right in the throat of Ludwig. That could be at the cover. Hook in the leg, shoulders down, scoring 2. No, Kaiser staying in it again. 2 count once more, not over yet. What a great main event, great action we've had all week round, ladies and gentlemen. Here on Darkest, this is Universe Mode episode 25. Kaiser looking to steal the pin here, shoulders down. Lateral press on Sheamus and just barely eking the shoulder off the canvas, but that was a lazy kick, a really weak kick out by Sheamus. Might not have a lot of energy left. A nice kick by Sheamus. Now Sheamus looking to fight back, trying to get a second win here. Look at the Celtic Warrior go, got him up. No, Kaiser out the back door, and Kaiser dropping him on an elevated DDT. An inverted DDT. Rusev telling everyone that Ludwig Kaiser's the man. But big kicks by Sheamus, right to the leg. And then here comes the Celtic Warrior. And it's faded back again. Sheamus looking to execute it. Yes, he does. Spinning power slam down. Goes Kaiser. Oh man, Sheamus looks to have this one in the bag, ladies and gentlemen. Look at Rusev getting back up on the apron, but at the other side of the ring, it's the Celtic Warrior Sheamus. Got Ludwig Kaiser up on the corner. Precarious position for both superstars, especially Kaiser. Sheamus, we've seen this before. Avalanche, white noise by the busted open Celtic Warrior. Covers, shoulders down, leg is hooked into the ring. Japan position. There's 2. Sheamus, no! Almost had it. Kaiser powers out again. 2 white noises, one off the top rope. What is Sheamus going to do? But he's in the corner. Kaiser with his feet. Kaiser! Going to try and get the one with a big knee. Shoulder in the corner and a big knee. Now it's Ludwig Kaiser picking him up. Look at the strength. Kaiser looking to steal his maneuver. White noise to Sheamus. Alien crash. Kaiser 2 count. No! No! Another near fall. Ludwig Kaiser trying to pull out all the stops. Looking for the one on Sheamus. We saw this earlier. No, back elbow with the Celtic Warrior. And now it's Sheamus picking up Ludwig Kaiser. Look at the strength. High cross. Elevated style and dropping him down to the canvas. What's this place in Cleveland? Sheamus off the ropes. Bro kick. Set on the ring. Kaiser out of damage. Sheamus for a monumental win. 2 count. Got him. That's exactly what Sheamus needed right here on Dark. He's victorious over Ludwig Kaiser of Imperium. Gunther, the leader, not going to be happy with that one. Kaiser's official first loss on Monday Night Raw, if you're not including it to Brock Lesnar before WrestleMania, because of course he was going to lose that. This one, a little bit more competitive, but Sheamus able to get the victory by hook or by crook. What a performance for both superstars. What a well-needed win for the Celtic Warrior here tonight with that devastating bro kick. He done one of Rusev as well on the outside. He'll tell you how that felt. Kaiser didn't like the turnout as well. Sheamus with a win in your main event.
Here is your winner, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus!
What a matchup, what a show it's been, folks. Thanks for joining us on WWE Dark.